Hey, what's up? Okay, so I'm filming this video quickly on splits because one, I haven't done any in like a year. Two, I've been doing a lot of, you might say, leg work, which is squatting, pistols, deadlifts, heavy kettlebell swings, that sort of thing. And I can just tell that I'm not as loose and mobile as I used to be. So I figured I might as well videotape it. I've gotten a variety of different questions about doing the splits at different times, and honestly because it's something I don't train very often, partially because it's a cool feat, but it's not really like essential. I don't know, I don't always have a very good answer. So this is going to be like a freestyle walkthrough of it, so I'm going to go through the stuff that I found has worked for me, as well as stuff that I'm heavily borrowing from Pavel's awesome classic Relax and Stretch and John England's Flexible Steel. Both are books that you should get and read if you're interested in doing the splits and improving your flexibility in all sorts of different ways. So anyway, to start off with, I always like to stretch. Whenever I do work on this sort of thing, everything in your body is connected, everything touches, so stretch it all. If you're going to work on side splits like what I'm going to be doing, first and foremost you want to make sure everything in your lower body is loosened up. So I like to do some ankle circles like this, get everything in the calf moving, which by the way happens to help a lot with hamstring flexibility for some reason. I don't know why. Also calf stretches against the wall. Very good. Do a straight leg, bent knee as well. Right now I'm doing some wedging techniques. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that also features very heavily into what we're going to be doing, we meaning me. Hip flexor stretch is huge. Put your knee on something that is going to protect from the ground. Push, get tight, and relax. Sink in. This is also going to feature pretty big. To do it for a little longer than I'm doing it, because I've already warmed up with these, so I'm just going to show you. And again, point your belly button toward the ceiling, squeeze hard, and relax. And just let everything lengthen. Other good ones to do would be quad stretches and, I don't know, stretches for the outside of your legs if you need them. I have the latest cutting edge technology to help me get my splits, which is 2 dirty t-shirts. You don't really need any of those dumbass stretching machines that you see in like Kung Fu magazines and shit like that. All you really need is, in fact, you don't really need any shirts. This is just helpful if you're a little skittish about it. The main reason you can't do splits is because your body's not used to it. It's scared, and you have to coax it a little bit. So stuff like this on hard wood floor or tile floor can be very helpful. And then it also works for that too. So I'm going to start off by getting into position. Right now, this is about what I'm working with. Not that great. So there are 3 principles John England lays out in Flexible Steel. First one is you have to use strength. 3 S's. First one is strength. In this case, it's going to be tension, because tension is the essence of strength, and it's very, very important here. So right now, what I'm doing is squeezing everything. I'm going to hold it, relax. So for a variety of very interesting reasons that I'm not going to go into in the video, the tension and relaxation is very important for getting lower and deeper. So right now I'm stretching, you might be able to see even shaking a little bit. It's pretty common. Next thing, S2 is going to be make space within your body. So what it means to make space is that, well, you've got all sorts of ways that you can move. So rather than trying to find space in just one spot to move in, what we're going to do is try to create it a little bit in a variety of different spots. So, like you're going to try to actually push your legs out further, alright? And then S3 is going to be spread the load. So you got 100 factory workers in a factory. You're not going to try to get one of them to work harder than all the rest of them. You're going to try to get them all to work a little bit. Same thing with your joints. Rather than your muscles, by the way. As long as you're focusing on increasing your range of motion. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to have one do overall work and then the other take a small break. So you're going to spend a lot of time focusing on that. So from here, I've already gotten a little bit of extra space. So as part of spreading the load is concerned, for the record, there are other ways of doing this. If you have any heavy kettlebells, you can put them on your feet and actually push them out. Or if you have a training partner, all my roommates are too scared to do this, just have them, or both of them, go on one side as you push hard against them, and then one of them will just walk away so that your foot will go out a little bit further. So from here, this technique, I hope you get a little bit further in. So tightening everything up, and I'm doing these little movements with my ankles, and as you can see, I'm slowly gaining a little bit more. Also rocking back and forth. It's helpful as well. Alright, so from here, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to get tight. Using imagination helps as well. So if you imagine somebody is standing on your butt and you're trying not to let them fall, and then you just relax, hold the stretch for a second. It's also very, very helpful. Very important thing is once you've gotten down to a new range of motion, don't leave it there unless you're leaving your practice there. Because if you do, what's going to end up happening is your body is not going to take too kindly to it, and it's just going to kind of forget that it went down to that range of motion. So you have to hold it. Get tight. One of the biggest, most important things is tension and relaxation. You have to do both of them. So it sounds weird that you would want to do both and not just one or the other. For example, just pure relaxation would be passive stretching, which has its place and it's fine. It takes a lot longer, and you're probably not very patient. So, or at least not patient enough to make it work for you. So, now here, you can see I'm getting very, very close. Not quite there. The last inch, brutal. Not fun at all. Plus, if you happen to be sweating because you live in a Mediterranean country where the humidity is like 100% every day, this will make holding onto your floor a lot more difficult as well. Alright, so from here, same thing. There's another way that you can do this. You can do this position like this. You slowly work your way in like this. So it's like you're wedging your way in. This point, pain tolerance is very important as well. So when I'm talking about pain, I'm not talking about, ow, I just tore something pain. I'm talking about this really blows and it's very hard to relax under pressure. Being able to relax under pressure is one of the very nice side benefits mentally of splits training. As a matter of fact, Paul Sossaline taught one of his students, Jonathan Fast, splits during his training for Navy SEALs when he was younger. Not because Navy SEALs need to do splits, they don't. But because it teaches your body how to relax and you really just don't want to relax. So I've not quite made it there yet. I'm getting very, very close. So now I have to ask myself if I really want to keep going or if I just want to call it quits. Come on in. So from this position here, it's basically more of the same. There are a couple of techniques that I'm not going to do because I don't want to terrify everybody. One of them is called PNF stretching, not PNF, which is proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. PNF is pneumomuscular flexibility, meaning you scream very, very loudly, like martial arts screams, like ha, 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 and then relax, and you'll improve your stretch. Again, I'm not going to do it because I don't want people to come running and try to, pull me out of the stretch all of a sudden. And some kind of sissy. But from here, I'm we're going to do the same thing. Squeeze, squeeze. I'm going to pretend that I'm pushing my heels out against a wall near me. Squeeze. I'm going to hold this until I'm about to get it out. This part might take a little while. As you can see, I'm shaking. Maybe you can't see it, but I can show you who I am. I'm simultaneously, while I'm trying to push out, I'm actually also trying to push my heels through the floor. I'm also squeezing my butt as hard as I can, and it's not very hard because it's not in a very advantageous position. Okay. Now I'm relaxing. That's mobility. Pure misery. So I've arrived. Again, I'll show you. Now, once you're done, I'm going to come out of it slowly, because it does not feel very good. Come on out, relax as you do it. Best part of doing splits is no longer doing them. Ugh, awful. So, there's some freestyle stuff for you to work on. Main things to focus on. Number one, tension followed by relaxation. Hold the tension, sometimes up until you're shaking, sometimes maybe not as long, sometimes until you just completely get out. And relax. Just completely let everything out. Visually, inside of your head, imagine your muscles getting longer and just spreading out. In addition to tension and relaxation, use the 3S method, which is detailed in Flexible Steel by John Am. I'm going to include links to both Flexible Steel and Relax and Stretch in the description. So number one is use strength. That's the tension and relaxation relationship. Number two is going to make space. You're going to try to find little bits of space throughout your body and maximize them as much as you can. Number three is spread the load. Don't try to get one joint to do all the work. Try to get all of the joints to do a little bit of the work, and eventually you'll get there. Try it out. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, check out my website, alexsalkin.com, and find me on Facebook too, Alex the Hebrew Hammer Salkin, and be sure to say hi, drop me a line. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any ways to do splits better that I didn't mention, or if this was helpful, let me know. In the meantime, stay tuned for some more videos, and no more splits, but I'll have some fun strength stuff. See you later. Stand up slow.